Imagine you are standing in like a massive Vegas sports book. You've got 50 4K screens, and they are all playing perfectly in sync with zero latency.
Right. It is almost magic to look at.
Exactly. But behind the drywall, there is this totally hidden, high-stakes ecosystem making it all happen. And for today's deep dive, we are looking at the tiny, invisible nervous system keeping it all alive.
Yeah, it is a highly specialized piece of hardware from a vendor called HDTVSupply.
Right. And to give it its full name, it is the Celerity UFO-DP-TX Universal Fiber Optic DisplayPort Transmitter Lead, which is a bit of a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. But what's fascinating here is why this even exists. I mean, when you are dealing with commercial scale AV, standard copper cable well, it doesn't cut it anymore.
Because of the bandwidth, right?
Exactly. You are trying to push 32.4 gigabits of data per second through a massive building.
Yeah.
That isn't just a hardware issue. It is literally a physics problem.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. Standard copper is like shouting down a really long hallway. Eventually the signal just gets garbled.
Yeah, the signal degrades over distance.
Right, whereas this transmitter acts more like a laser pointer. It perfectly preserves that data no matter how long the hallway is. And it's handling DisplayPort 1.4 HDR and, most crucially, that HDCP 2.3 encryption over extreme distances.
And honestly, that encryption is the real technical hurdle here.
How so?
Well, HDCP 2.3 requires this constant high-speed handshake between the video source and the display. It's all to prevent content piracy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and if that signal drops for even a single millisecond over, say, a 150-foot run, the screen just goes completely black.
So the engineering feat is how this tiny modular head converts this massive electrical signal into an optical one in real time. Like it maintains that secure handshake via light.
Right, it is incredibly precise.
Okay, I get the engineering. But honestly, looking at the price, $189 even at a discount for just the transmitter lead feels absurd. Especially since the source notes you still have to buy the actual bulk fiber cable separately.
It does sound crazy at first.
Right, like why wouldn't an installer just buy a unified pre-terminated fiber cable and save the headache of assembling the parts?
Because, frankly, a unified cable is an installer's worst nightmare.
Wait, really? Why?
Think about it. If you have to fish a cable through hundreds of feet of tight, twisting conduits in a commercial ceiling, a bulky, pre-attached DisplayPort head is going to get snagged, or bent, or completely crushed.
Oh, I didn't even think about the physical installation process.
Exactly. So this modular design allows them to pull this slick, ultra-thin bulk fiber cord through the walls first. Then, at the very end of all that grueling physical labor, they just snap on this delicate transmitter head.
That makes total sense when you look at the sheer scale of the gear this connects to. I mean, you don't buy a modular fiber optic transmitter for your living room TV.
No, definitely not.
Which brings us to the vendor. HDTVSupply has been around for 25 years. They sell these massive rigs like the Wolfpack Matrix switchers, which can run up to 160 TVs simultaneously.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, buying gear at that scale gives us a really fascinating window into the quirks of niche B2B e-commerce.
Oh, absolutely. It's a whole different world.
Yeah, you are dealing with incredibly complex, multi-thousand-dollar installations. A site like this boasts a 4.7 out of 5 rating across over 10,000 reviews because that specialized customer service is literally make or break.
Right, because if one piece of the chain fails, an entire sports bar goes dark right before the big game.
Exactly.
But here's where it gets really interesting. If you actually scroll through the customer reviews on this specific Celerity product page, they are wildly contradictory.
Oh yeah, the reviews are quite the ride.
Yeah, so you have one verified buyer, Russell W., and he leaves this glowing review for the customer service of Mike and Rachel.
Which is funny because he's actually reviewing a completely different product from a brand called Bluntstream.
Right. And then right below that, a guy named Robert B. is complaining that his credit card gets flagged for fraud every single time he tries to place an order.
That perfectly captures the dual reality of specialized B2B purchasing.
It really does.
On one hand, you have these highly personalized support reps rescuing complex installations. Like Mike and Rachel doing such a good job that customers are leaving 5-star reviews on the completely wrong page.
And on the other hand, you have the very real friction of automated banking security freaking out over large, unusual hardware purchases from like these niche industrial websites.
It is an entire hidden world of high-stakes problem-solving happening right over our heads.
Powering the modern visual world really does require an intricate ecosystem. We are talking about specialized fiber optic converters, flawlessly translating electrical signals to light, massive matrix switchers, and niche online vendors navigating the wild west of industrial sales.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it than just plugging in a cable.
So next time you are in a sports bar marveling at that wall of synced up video, think about this. As we push toward 8K displays and beyond, the sheer volume of visual data is going to multiply exponentially. Are we going to reach a point where even these fiber optic transmitters just aren't enough? How will commercial architecture have to adapt when we hit the absolute physical limitations of data transfer? Something to ponder while you wait for the game to start.